Hello everyone. Hey, happy Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Anyways, I wanted to come on here today because I wanted to make sure I reach out to you. We have a beautiful full moon coming up in Capricorn, which is really my sign. So there's a lot of energies. So I've been getting from a lot of clients, with a lot of energies comes a lot of emotions, right? But the emotions, unfortunately, sometimes go negative on us. But the reason why energies sometimes go negative on us is because they're wanting us to look back and heal correctly, especially now that we're in this retrograde, thank God, coming out of it very soon. We want to make sure that as we move forward, we're healing. So one of the questions I've been getting a lot is, hi, thank you guys, Edgar, and okay, hi, thanks for joining. One of the questions I've been getting is, Dallas, what exactly is a psychic? Or why is it that you don't use cards? Or why is it that when you come on, you just talk? And it's because psychics, if you don't know what psychics are, and I hate titles, right? It's like people tend to put titles on us. Everybody's an individual. Everybody does things very uniquely. So just because we do things differently doesn't necessarily mean that we are not significant and that we are not channeling. Actually, to be honest with you, if you're channeling correctly and if you're being authentic to self, you are going to be very different to everybody else. So no, I don't use any modalities. What I use is extrasensory perception. So what that means is that I use energies. I connect with people. I connect with my clairs, which in French, if you don't know what a clair is, it's clear. It's a connection of my hearing, my taste, sounds, my touch. It's just the connection that I feel. And I've got customers all over the country and the world, actually. And I'll get on the phone with them and I'll connect with them just like if they're in front of me. So I rely on my connections, and nothing that I do is me. Okay, it's my intuition, it's my guides, is this beautiful source that's within me that's helped me throughout my life. So, and you know what? And people tell me this all the time. Well, is it a gift that you were given when you were young? No, you know what? We all have gifts. We all have gifts, but we are the ones that resist what we have. We all have gifts. Matt Auer, which is just brought out a book, Psychic Witch, which is really an incredible book. And the first thing he talks about is, listen, people, we all have gifts, okay? Don't let anybody tell you, oh, I am special, I know more than you do, or, I've got these incredible gifts and they're selling you on this. No. You know what? It's beautiful that people are out there and that they're sharing their gifts, but everybody has their own unique gifts. And you are the one that decides when you are going to utilize these gifts for your highest good and to help you. You're given a tool at birth that is helping you throughout your life path and the processes of every day. Hi guys, thank you everybody for joining. So it's important that you understand that whatever you have that was given to you at time of birth, these gifts are important to you and to your family and to everything that you do. And you know what? And if you want to debate me on this, which I love debates, and I'll tell you, go back, use your past, and go back and try to find a moment in time, okay, where you actually did something that you were very successful at without even trying, okay? That is internally intuition. That is a gift that you were born with, okay? Normally when you go after something that you're very passionate and when you're doing things that are effortless to you, that is coming from your intuitive self, from your inner self, okay? So that's really important. Oh my God, Rachel, hi! My God, we haven't spoken like forever. Thanks for joining. Rachel's in Trinidad. Anyways, guys, I want to let you know that I've been having issues because of the retrograde with all my social networking services. So if you want to reach out to me, please reach out to me via text because nothing's working correctly. And hopefully we'll get through this, this Mercury retrograde. So it's important during this time, there's a reason why we go retrograde, okay? And I always like to see positive reasons why we go retrograde, why we slow down. And that is because we're being asked, slow down, think, take a breath. But when we start moving, make sure that we all start moving in the right direction. And there goes my glasses. In the right direction. We start moving, letting go of the people and the things that are not serving our highest good. That is important. And that is the only way that we are going to progress. So during this time, which we're getting ready to move into a new time, you know what? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? So Capricorn really always holds you accountable to whatever you have experienced in life that you have not healed and that you are not acting on correctly to move forward in your path. So that's really, really important. So I want you to utilize this time, and we're getting ready to go into this full moon in Capricorn, and it's going to affect us all differently. And I have all the signs up there, because since I cannot connect with you all one-on-one and I cannot read you one-on-one, I decided, you know what, for the first time ever, I'm going to go and I'm going to look at the signs and I'm going to give you a message through your sign, which that should be fun. And that is all spirit. It has nothing to do with me. I don't even know what spirit is going to say. So that will be fun. But as we are on here, if you have any questions, one specific question that you want answered, and I'll see if I can help and if I could help you in any way. So I'm going to start with Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, stop being so hard on yourself. You know, you are more than ready. You are really, really, really more than ready. And I've understood that you've been in this hermit stage for a while, and you've been building up your resources and your energies and your way of being. And you know what? But it's time. It's time to start coming out, and it's time to allow people to see you for who you are. And we're waiting for you to blossom. We're waiting for you to come out in your beautiful self. So Spirit is telling you, you know what? It's time. So start doing what you need to do, and stop protecting yourself from something that you are already ready to do. Okay, so that is Aquarius. So next one is Pisces. You know, Pisces, Spirit is saying that you are needing a break. You're needing a break from a lot of people that are constantly in your life, and they're constantly coming to you, and it's always from a selfish perspective, you know. So it's time to maybe just push back these individuals, and from a point of love, express to them, you know what, you realize you only come to me for help, but relationships have a two-way street. So Spirit is asking you to try to balance your relationships, okay? And if they're not understanding of this, and they're not understanding of your communication, to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to need some time, and when you do come to me, understand that I'm not going to always be there for you, because guess what, I have my own things going. So if it's not a balanced relationship, it's time to let go. So Aries, wow, a lot's been going on with you, and I see you at a crossroads, and are you going to go left, or are you going to go right? So it's really about understanding where do you want to see yourself in your future life. And it has nothing to do with your past. And the reason why Spirit is saying this is because a lot of the times when you have made decisions from your past, you're still holding yourself accountable in the present moment. So it's important for you to understand that, you know what, you have changed. And you are at a crossroads. And the only reason why you haven't chosen is because you're thinking about your past and not your present. And remember, everything that we've experienced in life in the past has made us stronger in the present, and it's making us it should, if you've healed properly, if you've taken those lessons properly, it should bring you into the present moment and into your future self a lot more easier. So that's that. Taurus. Yeah, Taurus. You know, I detect that there's a lot of peace from you. I detect that you need to be able to have some peaceful resolve and treat yourself to something special. You know, it's time to sit back, maybe with a good book, or maybe listen to some music that you absolutely love, or maybe just treat yourself to some ice cream that you have not had for a long time. But there's manifestation coming for you, but you need to be clear as to what is it that you're wanting to bring into your life, and what is it that you're wanting to manifest. Yes. Okay, so it's important that you're very strong-willed and you have a really good heart, but for once in your life, try to manifest something and treat yourself to something that is true to self, so that you can make that connection, because you've somewhat lost that connection. Okay, Gemini, yeah, Gemini, there's love in your life. Yeah, there's love in your life. There's happiness. There's spontaneity. There's something that's coming to your life that's a breath of fresh air that you're not maybe thinking about right now, or maybe, oh no, God, no, I really don't want love in my life right now. Well, guess what? It's there, and it hasn't come towards you because you have really been resisting it and putting up your walls. But remember, when something is really true for you, and your spirit guides are wanting you to appreciate this and to have this, because your spirit guides gives you gifts, right? And sometimes it's incredible. It's like, well, why wouldn't I open my own gift? It's because you're resisting it. Sometimes your guides are going to put a gift right in front of you, and you're resisting this gift because there's just so much going on in your head that you're saying, what, but why am I receiving this? And am I is it something that I really need, or is it something that I really want, or is it something that I really am deserving of? So it's important that you remember this. If I miss a sign, please, because I'm looking at my screen, please let me know, because I don't want to miss anybody's sign. Cancer, a lot of emotions, but good emotions coming in. I mean, a lot of emotions, good emotions coming in. Something you've been wanting for a very long time is starting to get ready to gear up. It's something is starting to happen where you actually visualized a long time ago, and you've been holding yourself back from it because you've been wanting for certain things to happen. Well, you're finally there, and it's going to start to happen, and you're going to start seeing these emotions flood. And remember, sometimes when emotions flood into us, and this is general, that spirit wants to talk about, yes, it always comes in with intense feeling, and sometimes we want to cry, but remember, sometimes we cry from happiness, from joy, from the breaking through of our past emotions, and from the understanding that emotion is something that we truly deserve in the right way, right? And that we're actually healing from processes of our past. So Leo, you know what? Everybody says you're all about strength, and I know that Leo's always been the one, I'm here for you, I'm strong for you. But what Spirit is saying is, be strong for yourself. Be strong for yourself, and be vocal. For some reason, Spirit is saying that your throat chakra has been closed off. Do not allow your mind to speak for you. Spirit speaks for you, not your mind. Your mind tends to, want to get the ego involved, and that's not the way to do it. Sometimes, truth is what is important. And remember, there's always a second side to that story. There's always, we are going through so much in our lives that, and it's going by so fast. I don't know if you all agree, but it's going by so fast. And then at the same time, it's very intense energy, and we're all going through these changes in our lives that, we get misrepresented as to what exactly is going on. And so, be strong for yourself, Leo, and make sure that you are speaking your truth, and that your throat chakra is open. And sometimes, we just have to come out and say what we need to say, and then just let it settle and see how it works out, right? So that's really important. So the next sign is Virgo. Virgo, there's a movement for you, and there's a lot of movement. So we're going to get a lot of, Spirit's going to talk a lot about movements, but you know what? There's a trip coming up for you. Probably you're crossing the seas. If you are not planning a vacation, somebody's going to be calling you and asking you, hey, do you want to come visit? I haven't seen you in a long time. There's definitely going to be, the energies are going to call you to move, cross oceans, maybe get on a plane, go to a different territory. So if you've been wanting to rush out of your home and getting pulled out, for whatever reason, sometimes we wake up on a Sunday and we say, we're going to read a good book, and then all of a sudden we're getting these feelings that, you know what, I need to go, kind of thing. So if you get these feelings, it's because Spirit is trying to push you out of your comfort zone, or push you to move or relocate, or get on a trip and be a little bit more spontaneous. Virgo. Libra. Libra. Well, it's all about fairness, right? When it comes to the way you look at people, your relationships, your life, and a lot of the times you just feel that, you know what, you see other people's fairness coming into play, but you don't see your own fairness coming into play. And it's because you're not asking. Okay, Spirit is saying, you know what, ask. What is it that you want? Sometimes our spirit guides are just, and I talk to my clients about this all the time. Sometimes your spirit guides are sitting there, right? And they're like, okay, it's like we really want to help, but God made us with free will, and it's our fault because we don't ask them for help. They know what we want, and it's like, well, Dallas, don't you think they know what we want? I mean, they should know that I am wanting balance in my life, that I want fairness in my life. And why is it that I don't get my piece of that fairness? And it's because you're not asking. It's that, your guides need clarity. They need the spoken words. Sometimes, like, even when I'm across from a client and I'm actually connecting to their energies and I'm talking to them, through me to them, and it's a connection. It's a beautiful connection. A lot of the times I'll hear myself say something that I truly need for myself. So, and I'm sure this has happened to you. So it's important that you ask for what you want. If you want that balance in your life and you're tired of your life being, I tip over to one side, I tip over to the other side, it's important for you to say, okay, wait a minute. What exactly is happening here? What's happening is that you've lost control. What's happening is that you've spent most of your time and your days and your past self putting all your energies towards people that you love and towards other entities, and you've forgotten about self. So ask for what you want. Get clarity on what you need as a person for your inner self and for your growth and for your beautiful self. And then Spirit, once they make the connection, they'll balance you out. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, so first thing I got when I said Scorpio was broken heart. You know what? Sometimes our hearts break for a reason, and I always say it's for a good reason, because you know what? I wrote a book called Broken Open many years ago when I went through my own personal tragedies, and it's like when you break, you start realizing in this breakness how really beautiful you are, and how complex and how integrate all this pain is to the growth of who you are. Okay, everything that happens for your highest good, unfortunately, and I talk about this all the time, happens with pain. Okay, so if your heart broke, it broke. It's a past tense. It does not mean your heart should not stay open, and it should not open for the beautiful person that you are and that you represent today. So you need to open your heart. Okay, you need to open your heart. And I'm not saying, listen, you know what, dive into a relationship you're not ready for. I'm not saying, but you know what I am saying, be present. And be clear that, we all need love in our lives, whether it's through an animal, whether it's through nature, whether it's through a relationship or a connection of similar energies. We all need love. But if your heart chakra is closed, none of that's coming towards you. So don't sit there and complain and tell me, Dallas, you know what, I don't get it. Why is it that so-and-so's doing it? Why is it that so-and-so's never gotten their heart broken? It's because that person is not you. Sometimes we do have to go through things in life that we wouldn't want to choose for anyone, self included, okay? But that is because Spirit is taking you to a beautiful path. That's where your belief system comes in, right? It's like, I'm going through this, and you know what? It is for a good reason. 100%, it's for a good reason, but that heart needs to be open, because love and the energy of love is such a beautiful, clear connection, and it is very powerful. So I'm asking you, please, Scorpio, open your heart. Sagittarius, 3 months. They're giving me 90 days, 3 months. Your whole world is going to change completely. But how is it that's going to change? It's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. Do you want to hold, or do you want to let go? It is up to you. I see you. You finally climbed that mountain. You're finally looking out. You see all this beautiful, beautiful perspective and this beautiful lands before you. And quite literally, you can just pick and choose. You can actually say, I'm going here, I'm touching that, I'm connecting with this person, I'm going for this. It is really all there for you. And I'm saying in the next, not I'm saying, Spirit is saying in the next 3 months, you're going to have a huge change in your life and who you bring with you, and making sure it's light, because I don't know what it is about Sagittarius, but sometimes your load is very heavy, and the heaviness is what makes you slow down in your life. So now during this time, start understanding quality and not quantity in your life, because after all, when we're going through it, what matters is the quality in your life, not the quantity. And I end with my sign, which is Capricorn. I really, it's funny because sometimes Spirit speaks through me, but it's like telling me, okay, Capricorn, you know, we are so hard on ourselves. You are so hard on yourself. You are so beautifully talented. You have such an incredible way of being. You have such an incredible way of bringing in so many resources towards you. But you know what? You feel you have to take it all on. So my beautiful Capricorns, please allow people in. Okay, allow people to understand how beautiful you are. Get out of your comfort zone. Please get out of your comfort zone. Okay, sometimes our comfort zone is me by myself, you know, me and my, you know, by myself, not to be seen, only to come out when I want to be seen. Okay, no, what Spirit is asking you to do is get out there. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Don't worry about how anyone's going to make it happen. What's important is that you do it. Do it 100%. And you know what? You are so talented, but unfortunately your talents are not utilized in the right way, and it's because you are the one who wants to control it. And sometimes we have to really lose control in order for us to see how incredible we are, and how beautiful we are meant to be, and how incredibly connected we can be. Because you know what, I look at it like the Spirit is showing me a body, right? I look at it like a body, right? It's like, okay, you have this incredible head, but you have to be able to bring in the rest of the body into the combination, so you can really be able to do what you're meant to do in this life. Okay, so did I miss a sign, everybody out there? I mean, I don't know if I missed the sign, but you're getting a little bit as to what I am like with my clients. Okay, and obviously this is just a little bit, only because it's more intense when I connect with you personally. I mentor right now. My niche is artists and VIPs and people that, and life coaches, and people that connect to other people. And the unfortunate side to when we're in a service industry is that we lose a lot of energy, and we need to turn around and connect somewhere else. So as a spiritual mentor, I help you reconnect. I help you grow, because as we give, we grow. We're expansive, you know, in everything that we do. And you know what? You don't have to be a psychic. You don't have to be a medium. You don't have to be anybody in the spiritual realm. If you are, you know, listen, there's a big part of me that is very intellectual. I'm a professor. I'm a New York Times bestselling author. I used to be in finances. There's a very big side of me that is intellectual. But the times where I grew the most, the times where I connected the best, was when I actually allowed myself to just be and open myself for the environment to come into me. So if there's a message that you want to walk away with this video, is this: stay open. As scary as it may sound, I get it. Please try to stay open and connect, because we are really going to be codependent on each other, and in a beautiful way. Because I know a lot of times when we say codependency, people are like, I don't want to be codependent on anybody. I want to be independent. You know, yes, I get it. It's not in relation to that. It's in relation to spiritual source. It's in relation to Earth Gaia. It's in relation to people. We're going through a huge movement. And don't tell me you have not changed, okay? Because there is a part of you that has changed. There's a part of you that is constantly nudging you every day. And it's this little voice. And you know what? It's happening. It's happening. So you know what? Don't resist it. The message is don't resist it. The message is get to know who you are. It's beautiful when you get to know who you are, you know. And if you don't have someone to talk to, then talk to yourself and allow yourself to hear what you are saying. You know, say what you like, say what you don't like, say what you want, because as the words come out of your mouth, it is already happening because it is energy. That is how I work. I work with energy. If you don't open yourself up to the energy and to this environment that is changing, that is going to, go look up any astrologer, any medium, any psychic, any spiritual person, any doctor for that matter, because as a professor, I'm working with doctors, you know, and I have a professor in religious studies, which is a colleague of mine that actually has just come on board, and he was a doctor for many years, and he's like, you know what, I love doing what I do, you know, I love being a doctor, but guess what, I love this even more, and I've resisted it enough, and I want to come out and talk about it, and I want to teach, because I want people to be on board with what's going on, and this connection is key to us moving on, and to us understanding what's happening. Okay, and for any of you that have millenniums and the Xers, the X generation and Y generation that's out there, these young people are connected. They really are. So if you're a parent, you know what? Listen, you don't need to understand. You just need to listen. Okay, it's important to listen. Our listening skills are undermanaged. They're underperformed. They're not being utilized the way they need to be utilized. I love to listen. Unfortunately, in this platform, I'm the one who has to do all the talking. But I personally love to listen because I learn so much from you and from the individual. So a lot of these young people, just have them come in and have them sit on the floor. Listen to what they have to say, okay? And just listen. If you don't have an answer, the mere fact that you've actually listened to them, you have helped them in so many ways. Okay, because, you know, I love social media and I love the words and the texting and all that, but this is important. I celebrate Instagram Live. I celebrate Facebook Live. I celebrate all of it. And the reason why I do it is because at least here we're making a connection that is more intense as to the texting connection and, you know, and the typing connection. You know, it's a more intense connection. That's why you're all here, because I'm sure your time is just as valuable. So I hope you like this. And you know what? Comment, DM me. I have a YouTube channel that I'm going to start to rev up. I've actually been very busy writing a lot of scripts for this YouTube channel, and it's basically a Dalis G Let's Talk. I'm going to put on the link in my Instagram description and take my website off of it, because it's important. Go in there, and if there's questions, I'm going to try to cover every single question. What's a spiritual mentor? What's a psychic? What is ayahuasca? I have this great series on ayahuasca coming out. Medicinal plant, incredible, intense, but you have to be careful. Know what you're doing. Ask the right questions. I have videos coming out on that. So if you are not a subscriber on my YouTube channel, please go on there, because very soon I'm going to just hit you with a lot of information, and it's an informational channel. It is answering questions that normally nobody really is available to answer. Okay, and I'm hoping that you like the channel, and I'm hoping that you like it. I'm excited about it. As far as me coming on live, well, you know what, it's going to be spontaneous, because I am doing nothing planned. It is whatever happens when it happens, and if I am a good teacher, which I am, and if I am going to show up the way I want you to show up every day, I want you to be spontaneous. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to do things that you would normally not do. And you know what? Try it out. What is the worst thing that could happen? You don't move? Okay, fine. You have lost nothing. But I can guarantee you that your life will change. Anybody that's been a client of mine, anybody that's had any relationship with me in the past, in the present moment, and in the future will tell you that I impact people. Why? Because good teachers do what they say, do what they teach, and they pass it forward. Okay? There's nothing I don't do in my life that I'm not asking you to do today. Okay? So I hope you like this. Thank you so much for staying on. I absolutely love you. Everybody, love and light. Hold on. Beautiful energies coming. Just hold on a few more weeks. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.